Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Now to get how I made this dress, to learn about this pattern, I'm going to put the link in my description box down below this video. Go and watch and learn how to make this pattern. It's a pattern for a 4-year-old to 8-year-old girl. Now I also showed you how you can make your own darts, and I have gone and made my darts on my fabric and on my lining. Now I am going to place the front to the back, and I will join the shoulders right sides together. I place again right sides together. I am going to join the shoulders of the front and the back. Now I will do the same for my lining. Once you're done doing that, you should get this. Now you place the right sides of your lining to the right sides of your fabric. Now we are going to join the edges all the way now to the sides. You join the edges all the way to the armhole, all the way to the sides. You do the same to the other side. Now once you're done, we're going to turn it out. But before that, let's make our notches on all curves. All the curves, make your notches all around. This will help to give you a flatter look. Now we are going to turn it out from one armhole. Turn that out, and I am going to turn the other side out. And here you go, guys. Now moving on. Now place the good sides of your back to the good sides of your front, and we're going to join the side seams together. Now we are done with the upper, and we are going to start with the lower. I would be needing a flay for the lower parts. Now moving on, my waist, the waist of the child I am using is 24. Now I will be adding seam for seam allowance. When you have a folded fabric, you have seam for one side and the other side. So now I would add 1 inch for the seam. Now 24 plus 1 is 25. I will be dividing that by 6.28. 6.28 is a standard measurement for divide any flay. So now once I divide, I have 4 inch, and this is what I would use to cut my flay at the top. Now know that I have already gone and folded my fabric only once, and I just marked the 4 inch right there. Now I would be taking my length. I will be taking 22 inch for the length, and I will be adding 2 inch to it. If your child is about 7 to 8, you should consider taking the measurement for the knee length, or use about 24 to 25 inch. Now I take that measurement all for the circumference, and I added 3 inch to it because I am going to be dividing my circles into little circles. You will see what I am talking about later. Now I will just go ahead and cut out my measurements. Now I am done cutting for the front. I will fold my fabric again so I can take my back measurements. Now remember we used 24 for the waist. Now I would use 24 plus 2. 2 is for the zip and seam allowance. Now that would give me 26. I would divide it by 6.28 again, which is the standard for dividing any flay. Now what I get once I divide that is 4.5, and that is what I am going to use to cut my flay. Now on my folded fabric, I will start marking 4.5 downwards, just like I did for the front. Now once I am done doing that, I would cut that out. And I will take the same measurement length I took for the front and I will take it at the back. Now mind you, you would also need measurement for the top of your flay, which is why I added all the seams at the bottom. Now once I am done, I will cut that out. Now I have my back and my front in place. Now you will be needing a 2 nets. I am using about 3 yards. Now I fold my 2 and I make sure I eyeball about 6 inch. Now next thing I will do is cut all the way to the end, and I will keep folding and cutting till I have so many of the 2. Now I place my flay on my lining, and I also fold my lining just the way I folded to cut my flay, and I would also cut same for my lining. Now place your front flay and your back flay together, and you will stitch one end closed. That way I have a very big flay. Now here is the part I said I'm going to cut little circles. Now I am just measuring about 4 inch all the way around. From the top, I take 4 inch. Now I am going to take another 4 inch from the previous line I made. Now I will take that all the way around. I will take another 4 inch again from the previous line, and I would also take that around. Now you can see I have my mini circles, and I would go and cut that out, tracing the line. Now you can see once you're done, you have all your cutouts. Next thing is to start making the pleats, or if you want to gather your nets, you can do that. But for this, I am going to make pleats, like uneven pleats. Once you do that, you go and sew on it and do the same for all the other fabrics. Now this is it. Once I was done doing that, I pleated the tulle on my fabric and I sewed it down on my fabric. Now raise your tulle, and we're going to attach this to the bottom edge of that one. This is just self-explanatory, and you sew all the way. Now you place your fabric and you attach the edge to the other edge. Place it and sew from one edge of your circle to the other edge of your circle. Place your fabric again, down, attach the edge, sew all the way. Now you can see at this point you have all your stitches on the inside of your fillet, and on the outside there are no stitches. All your stitches are inside. You can see how neat it's looking. Now make sure you overlock all the roughness of those stitches on the inside. Now place your upper part to your fillet and join it by 1/2 inch. Once you're done joining, you should have it looking like this. Now place the front of your lining to the back of your lining and join the side seams together, after which I would join to the edge of my waist point and sew all the way to the end. Make sure you don't get to the stitch you already made while sewing. Now once you're done sewing, this is done to ensure the neatness of the inside. Now you can go on and overlock the rough edges, and you can see how neat it's looking on the inside once you turn your lining over. Now we're going to join the sides together, and from the waist point I mark 4 inch downwards, and I am just marking my zip seam allowance. Now from those points I would sew all the way down. Now I have also gone and marked my zip seam allowance on my fabric. Now we're going to start attaching and pinning our zip. Now once you're done, sew all the way to the bottom, and then you drag the other side of your zipper seam allowance and attach it to your zip and sew all the way down. Now we're going to take our lining now this way so as to cover the rough edges and get all the rough edges on the inside as much as we can. And I am going to drag the other side of my lining and attach it to my seam. And once you're done, you should have the inside looking this way. So I went on and added some flowers for design and also a bow at the back. Now you can make this for your child, and you can make this to experiment and see if you can actually make this, and you can also make it to sell. You don't necessarily have to have a child to know how to make this. This is the final look, I think I am going to go in and add blinks to it much later. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos and more tutorials. See you in my next video. Bye.